My name is Leilanie Norita. I'm Carolinian. I work here at Carolinian Affairs and I grew up here in Saipan. I'm a mother of 8 children. I was not born here. I was born in Michigan, but I consider that I grew up here in Saipan because I spent more years here already than Michigan. I'm from the village of Mwaleyeer, and that's where I mostly grew up.
So I am Agatha Ketebengang. I am Carolinian Palauan, originally from District 7, that's Mwaleyeer Tufeey, but right now I'm in Koblerville. I am a mother of 3, a wife. I am currently the program coordinator here for the Carolinian Affairs Office. So there's this story, and every story begins with leiweila, right? So the storyteller would start with leiweila, and then all the kids would say, yay, yay, yay. So my grandma would start out like that. So there's this story about the well. How do I say this? So the well, I'm not too sure if I'm saying the story right, but from what I remember, this girl had lost her mom first. And then her dad turned into a well, or their how do I say it? Their spirit animal is the well. And in our language, well is ras. So something about the mother strapped the baby on her back and they killed their father. The village people killed the father as a well, thinking that it's not a, human.
Okay.
They brought it in, and then the wife jumped into the pot because they were boiled, they're gonna cook the well, and then the wife jumped into the pot or something like that. The moral of the story is make sure that you respect everything that's in the water because you don't know who it is, doesn't matter what, doesn't matter who or if it's floating or just respect it.
There's a story about the guy that got lost at sea. Because in our culture, there's certain things we're not allowed to eat as a family.
Yeah.
And then there's certain things we're not allowed to eat as a people, right? Or am I wrong? All right, okay.
The plan.
Yeah, so there's a fish, I'm not even
I forget the name.
I'm sure of the fish, but it's red, and I don't know the full story, but what I heard was the guy was swimming, and he's swimming and he got lost. He was fishing and then he got carried out to sea, so he's really out there and beyond the reef, I guess, and waiting for people to rescue him or trying to get back in because so far out. And then, sharks were able to eat him already where he's at. So that fish, the red fish, made a circle around him and protected him from the sharks. So he was able to live. And he made a promise to the fish. So when I first heard this story, he made a promise to the fish that him and all his descendants would never eat that kind of fish. Even if they go fishing, they catch it, they'll get rid of it because they're not gonna, that's his promise. So whatever, I guess, if he's from a clan, maybe those people in his clan do not eat it till today. But then, I guess because it's a oral story, right? It gets passed down in time. Some people say, no, we can't eat it because we'll get something, we'll get a rash or something. But I'm thinking maybe, it does make sense because there are certain types of foods or fish that we're not supposed to eat or food. But then when I first heard it, it was kind of funny because I'm like, why? We talk to animals too? Is it for real? But then, maybe just to himself, he promised, because I feel like this fish really protected me, I'm just gonna make it to myself and to my family and tell them, from me down, we're not gonna eat this fish.
So storytelling for me is very important. I grew up with my grandma. She was born in the 1914, or 1914, so that was during the German times. She was raised during the Japanese times. She was alive during the Japanese times and died in 1998. So that's during the American, I don't want to say takeover, but administration, right? So when we were growing up, she told us a lot of stories, not just about the Carolinians, but coming here to the island. Stories about whales, stories about dolphins, stories about nature, just connecting with the land and just about everything, the sky, Yeah, I think storytelling is really important because that's how we first pass down our traditions and the stories of our families.
I grew up listening to stories about from my grandfather. I'm not even sure what year he was born or if he's even younger than or older than your grandmother. Anyways, he would share stories like, from what I gather, he's probably like a young man. I don't know exactly how old during that time. Like he would just like say stuff like, if the Japanese were here, or if you did that during the Japanese time, like, and we would laugh because like, we're like, well, they're not here anymore. Wait, telling me that? Hey, they're not the boss of us. Just kidding. No, but like, it's nice to think of now. Like when I think back, like I said, man, if I had known, when I was younger, I would have asked more questions like, why? But like, so that's from them? Like some of the small stuff that we do, and did we get it from them? Like, then to learn that a lot of the words that we're using growing up is from their Japanese words. And I didn't know that. I just thought they were Caribbean words, and then when I went to live in Guam, I'm like finding out that it's not. They're like, no, that's Japanese. Oh, sorry.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Because you can use it in anything. Yeah, I wouldn't. For me, gratitude and loyalty is like, it's together. Like, if they're going to ask you, so why do you guys always do that? But it's easier now to do it this way. Well, because my family does it because this is how we were taught, the way we were taught. But you never know why you were taught that way until and then to even find out that that's the story behind that. Like, we don't eat that fish. Why? But you're not gonna die. You eat the fish, but it's not because you're gonna get sick. It's because there was a promise made and we're carrying it on.
Yeah.
It's really nice to know that we're carrying it on till today.
Like today, yeah. Just like the coconut, The story of the coconut is this woman gave birth to a child and it was the coconut. And the coconut asked the mother to bury it so that it can, it can grow and produce fruit and make sure that she has a house and make sure that she has clothing and make sure she has food and water to drink. So that's the story behind the coconut. That's why we call it the tree of life. So
get everything from it.
Yeah, you get everything from the coconut. So even when the coconut falls and you husk it, there's a certain way that we open it. We don't just go and hit it because it's we call it the back, or the backbone of the. That's where we hit the coconut to open it. If you look at the coconut, it has two eyes and a mouth. So in the story that we were told is it was an actual human being that gave up his life so that he can provide for the mother, and that's everything. You can make a hut out of the coconut. You can make anything out of the coconut. I think awóówó, or respect, is the number one value that we were taught. Other than that, going to church. But that was instilled with us growing up.
But then even like just having such holding our men so high.
Yeah.
Like the men in our family are really important. Like they're, we give them the most respect. Like firstborn sons, I guess.
Or just any male in the family.
But then, we still do that. Like I want just as a mom too, like I want my kids to respect their brothers always, but I wanted their brothers to respect their sisters as well. But maybe like in a different way than before. We need to preserve our culture. So like, yes, I try to have my kids to show respect, but maybe not as drastic as how they would do it before, right?
I'm never gonna stop talking about my grandma. My grandma was very straightforward. If she didn't like anything about you, she would tell you. There was this one time that it's not that I wanted to disrespect my brother, but the phone rang and I jumped over my brother to answer the phone, and all hell broke loose. And my entire family knows this story, and we still talk about it until today. And I'm the troublemaker. I'm the one that always made her mad. But my grandma was very stronghold. Like she was the pillar of the family. And everything that we did, or every holiday, everything that we did, we made sure that she had a place.
Well, me, I look up to my grandfather. My dad's father, his name is Vicente Proverbs. My dad has the same name, so I just had to think for the middle name. But he actually goes by a Carolinian name, Uruman. And he's known, around in our family and amongst friends and people in the village by that name, Uruman. Like I was saying before, he would always share like stuff about, the Japanese. I was growing up with the Japanese say this. And my grandfather couldn't speak English. Like he could speak Japanese and Carolinian and Chamorro, and then I moved here as maybe I was like 12 years old. I understood Carolinian, but I couldn't speak Carolinian. And I learned how to speak Carolinian by practicing on my grandfather, because like he's the only one that would get mad at me, and I'm just like, oh, yeah, but you like still telling me about Japanese people, like they're not here. Because I like to joke, and my grandfather, he likes to scold everybody, but like I think he knows that I'm like trying to learn how to speak Carolinian, so like he's kind of extra patient with me, and he just like corrects me. He'll let me say it, even if I'm saying it wrong, but then he'll correct me and then correct the way I do things, because it's not really the right way, but really softly, where I know he could be mean, but like, I guess I said, I just like to tease that I'm his favorite, because he shouldn't be like that. And now I know how to speak Carolinian. So like, I'm really proud of myself, because like, I will just make jokes to my cousins, like, they'll be like, why you don't know how to say numbers? And I said, well, because I wasn't as fortunate as you guys to go to bilingual. Like, I came here in middle school. They didn't have bilingual. Like, so I practiced with my grandfather, and then they're like, so you don't even know your numbers? No, so like if I'm going to ask grandpa for money, the only number I know is 100. So tough luck. If he has 100, you got to give it to me. If you have $1, give it to you guys, because you guys know how to say one. Right?
I like how she mentioned that her grandpa like would scold everybody, because that's the old people before.
Old people way.
Yeah, so in Oleai, anywhere you go, you're walking through Oleai, and if you're troubled, every house, trust me. Yeah, what are you doing?
But what are you doing?
Yeah.
Does your mom know that you're walking around?
Well, how do they say it? The village raises the kid, or how do you say it?
The village?
Yeah, it takes the village.
It really did take a village before.
Yeah,
like, I think.
And that's what's different about it today. Like, our kids are very to themselves, or just to the family. But before you go to one end and the other, everybody knows you, and you can go to the house is open for anybody. So that's what was beautiful about it.
She's my auntie. She is cousins with my dad.
Yeah, I'm with her dad.
So, and we went to school around. She went to school with my sister. She has a sister my age. But then, I think it's funny because I said, I always admire that about you, because you're young. You were younger than me. Like I was in middle school, she was probably in elementary.
Yeah, second, third grade.
But because she's raised that way to be an auntie to a lot of older people, she was really poised. Like at that small age, like my aunties, my dad's sisters would be like, "Hey, I'm into your aunties," and I come in and I'm into them. But then comes down to her sisters, older than her. They're all in elementary, and I'm like, and then they're like giggling. But when it comes to her, she's like an old lady too, like, bless you, and I'm like, Ike, yep. But I loved it because she couldn't help it because she was taught that way. Right? She's used to it. So that's why I really look up to her now. Like I really like working with her now. She's cool. I think any story that you have with your family growing up, I think it's really important to just keep sharing it to your kids, because they take the smallest things and they remember it, and they're gonna keep on following, applying it in their lives. And we never know. Like us, we probably make something, the moral of the story important, but them just the sharing of the story. I don't know. So a small part in the story maybe stays with them, and because that's why I like to think of my grandfather. Just the small things when he was saying, if the Japanese said, it really stays with me. And like, it just makes me laugh when I think of it now, because like, I would always tease him, but it really did stay with me. And even me now, I'm like telling my kids, hey, you know, you gotta finish all your plate. Don't be like, finish all the food on your plate. Don't be wasting food, because
There's people in the world.
there's people in the world that they don't have food.
Uki hachngalir siya harmas boya uki sa toto. What is lakan walabu? Walabum. So you would always move. I was taught to be always good to people, no matter skin color or eye color. Just be good to them, because fortune would always come to your doors. That's what I was taught.